Good morning. Well, just afternoon actually, but it's always a good morning, isn't it? I'm trying today a little bit differently, and I've been realizing a lot with my videos that I'll become inspired to do a video due to my lack of confidence when and only when I was super angry or sad or I was just frustrated with life and where I was, where life was going, where people chose to direct their focus. And so I'm praying that going about it in a different way, going about it and making a video, because there's always something to talk about. I just gotta work myself up into actually pushing the button and talking about it. The news carries on every day, and they create bullshit in one way or another that, for some reason we continue to feed into, even though, it's like there's amazing things in the world happening, amazing progresses, and progresses in science and biology. Well, that's the science and human welfare, economics. Yeah. Other social views and political views. Amazing things happening, like, the biodome, where we can create multiple different types of landscapes under this one huge greenhouse structure type of dome. And that type of greenhouse structure type of dome can start producing food of all different kinds in the same area where, we wouldn't have even imagined being able to produce bananas before, like in, the western slope, Colorado, where I'm originally from. Build a big biodome and be able to regulate the humidity and, the atmosphere within it. We have all the technology, we have all the science, we have all the industrialization, yet I feel like we may be stuck in this like box type thinking of, we gotta I don't know, we gotta get out of that mindset of the industrial age and come to terms with the technological age that we're in. There's amazing things happening, and just the other day the news was talking about skincare. While tornadoes and all this other crazy like atmospheric anomalies are happening throughout the world. They're producing 5G, which is the strongest, most electromagnetic radiation, or the strongest producing electromagnetic radiation product out there. And, the world having an electromagnetic atmosphere, everything is energy, everything is connected. Our ozone and our magnetosphere is weakening by the day, and solar flares are sparking up stronger and stronger because the sun is going through an evolutionary cycle, just as we are. But we're fed that skincare, whether we wash our face for 45 minutes, or not 45 minutes, 45 seconds or 60 seconds, is a big topic, is important. It's very egotistical. It's very shallow. If you ever care to watch the news, which I don't, I only I only catch glimpses of it whenever I'm actually like around my parents or around friends' houses where it's playing, or I just hear about people talking about it all the time on the streets. And it's just a shallow political drama. Very shallow. Doesn't get into depth on anything that we are actually doing in the United States, because they want to try to divert our attention to the bullshit so that we feed ourselves bullshit, because whatever we focus on, we're feeding ourselves. So focus on whatever you want to grow in your life, not the negative disease aspects of life that bring you down and create these illnesses within your body. Create or focus on, for example, my biggest focus lately has been herbal medicine, and not just it's, even though I have nothing against that. I'm talking about like medicinal tea herbs and allergies and minerals and nutritional health that not many people actually are taught nowadays. Holistic health, though it's been around since the dawn of time, hasn't been given enough credit ever, I don't feel. And just like how Nikola Tesla wasn't given enough credit, and then all of a sudden 60 years, 80 years, 100 years, maybe not even 100, 80, 60 years later, we're looking at all these problems with our structure of society that could have been fixed, that might not have even been a problem if the abuse of power and authority wasn't a thing. If you watch the news, if you watch the political blah blah blah, can we really believe that those are the people that are running our country? Trump? I don't know many of the other names, but makes me feel like I'm back in middle school, just watching the class drama when I'm watching political news. And why? Before I was able to, where's that going? Do people question these things? And if they do, then why aren't they talking progressively about it? Why isn't the people taking their power back for the country that we live in? People with money, the money grubbers, the companies, the industries that run the country, don't even know what the actual country is like, yet they feel like they can say something about it. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in them. I don't believe that they are taking us to good places. And so the only thing I can believe in is my own response, my own reactions, my own feelings on the situations that I experience, see, and perceive. So before I was even able to get anywhere of where I feel like I wanted to go, get out of my mom's house or my dad's house, before I was able to actually take my life into my own hands, I started focusing on, which caused a lot of disruption in my family, don't get me wrong, because they thought I should get a job and 9 to 5 and go to college or stuff like that. I just started focusing on getting a bunch of books from the library and educating myself on philosophy, on holistic healing, on ancient sciences like astrology, astronomy, and kinesthesiology, on massage therapy, energy work. We're all energy, and the energy that is being mass produced within the world, like the electromagnetic radiation from 5G and the continuous growth of technological devices and yeah, devices and connections and just stuff like that. Are we really taught completely about the repercussions of any of it? People who work at medical institutes, who work at hospitals, who work at airports, those who are around a lot of electromagnetic radiation don't have a very good lifespan, even though they're supposed to be our health practitioners. Yet, I just realized or found this out the other day from a nursing friend of mine. They don't get taught nutrition in medical school. How can you not be taught nutrition in medical school? Isn't nutrition basically the building blocks to our own genealogy, to our own being, of our own health? And yet they say that they're trying to keep us healthy and that they're doing their best with medical advances, that we'll be able to cure this and cure this and cure this, with the side effects of blah 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 blah. Watch out for this. Oh, if you're pregnant, don't do this. Blah 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 blah. Is that really natural? Does that feel right to anybody? Feel right. I don't care what you're being programmed to think. What does it feel like? This tea, matcha, I threw some spirulina in there. It's a little blend of migraine support and soothe my soul. It's one of my favorite. Soothe my soul is one of my favorite blends. You'll see why. But migraine support has linden leaf and flower, feverfew, lemon balm, and passion flower. It's a wonderful, wonderful blend for those who think too much or just don't drink enough water. Or just get chronic migraines because you're a sensitive empath. And, you absorb all this energy and it just gets caught in your mind, because that's where a lot of the blockages, a lot of our pain is processed through. A lot of our pain is held within. We won't allow ourselves to let go of our pain within here because we feel like we have to hold on to it in here. We identify with it. And then soothe my soul. Licorice root, marshmallow root, echinacea leaf, ginger root, slippery elm, and cinnamon. Isn't that a good one? Well, if you're an old man like me. I love my licorice root. I love my marshmallow root. Echinacea leaf is really, really good for the body. And I took those two in a little tea, and then I threw some matcha green tea in it, which is very good for energizing the body, for cleansing the body, and then I threw some spirulina in it. Spirulina is a great cleanser, a wonderful protein, minerals and vitamins and minerals. I believe it's a allergy found around like Iceland and Greenland that has super packs full of nutrients in it because of the because of the volcanic eruptions and the volcanic activity around there. All that volcanic activity releases all these gases and minerals and all this liquid substances while it's magma, and it produces all this gas that releases all these minerals and vitamins and minerals. And that's why I couldn't think of it. It's usually I was taught vitamins and minerals, not minerals and vitamins. And just that simple switch, it makes me feel weird. Saying minerals and vitamins. How many people have been taught to say minerals and vitamins? I haven't met one. Vitamins and minerals, and just that little thing of that little that little program, that little teaching of, this is how I was taught, this is how it is, that's how we structure it in our minds, and if that structure doesn't work, then we don't know what will. That's a handicap. It provides us with a handicap in a sense, because we don't allow ourselves to truly think for ourselves, and the fact that intelligence can be rewritten in many different forms and still be right. But yeah, spirulina is a wonderful cleanser packed full of nutrients. It's one of the greatest superfoods out there for those of you who are vegan and vegetarian. Yeah. So there's already a good community starting up and growing and continuing to grow, and that's being amazing and growing and being themselves, that is talking about the benefits of living conscientiously. This is my hair. Living with awareness, understanding what we do has a cause and effect and a ripple effect. Everything we do. Me stirring this tea, it has a ripple effect. We don't have to think on the details and the logistics of everything all the time, no. But we can understand that, if you question, why am I feeling like this? Your body will let you know, if you care to actually pay attention. But there has to be that care, there has to be that emotion, there has to be that energy. You can't just say that you'll do it and, just throw those empty words into existence and expect it, something to just manifest into existence and happiness, and everything will be corrected and shit. Crap. No. The laws of attraction require action. You can attract all the opportunities in the world to change your life, but if you don't act upon them, then your life is going to remain the same. So, it may be hard and it may be weird, it may feel weird at first to step out of your comfort zone, even if it's the small things that, it's just like, I have a hard time meditating every day. It's not that it's hard. It's not that I don't have the time. It's not that I guess those are the only two excuses I can come up with. It's just that I haven't been taught to accept that throughout my life, that meditation is a wonderful thing. So some days I'll be like, meditation is amazing, it's a great escape, it's a wonderful escape, I love, well, not a wonderful escape, it's a wonderful, see, there's my program mind speaking, escape. It's a wonderful process, it's a great process. Hi, hummingbird. To decipher through your emotions, to sift through the garbage, at your dump within your psyche and your emotional state, your subconscious and your conscious. To be able to see what you can use, and to be able to see what just needs to be ground up and thrown in the dirt so that you can plant seeds in it, and it'll grow these wonderful fruit trees, or zucchini plants, or fruits and veggies of whatever kind and strain, or whatever you want. Life is a garden, and we're gardeners. It may take 1,000 years for child that was born and raised into being a warrior and being hard and tough and sacrificial, blah blah blah, an unhealthy warrior, to realize that they want to be a gardener. But after so much darkness, sooner or later, the joy of being and living within the darkness kind of runs dry. And love in this world is like water in the desert, and it has the same effect. A buddy of mine came up with that while we were hanging out one night during a thunderstorm in the desert. It was wonderful. It's like you can't have one without the other, or you either get drowned, or you either get dried to a bit, or dried and crumbly, and you have no life force within you. So it's not that bad being a warrior. It's not that bad just being a gardener. I don't think there is such thing as bad. There might be negative effects of certain things, but we all need these experiences in order to become who we are. If I would have done everything I was told to do throughout my life, I would possibly just be finishing up school right now, or be going through college and getting a degree on something that I was feeling very confused about whether or not I wanted to do it for the rest of my life. It's like you're just born to, you gotta be born into this, and you gotta be good at this, and you gotta be good at this so you can be this. And if you're not this, you're a failure. I don't believe that. I think success is measured in many, 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 many different ways. And sitting here today in this beautiful sun, and being able to do my meditation, take my morning how I wish to take my morning, so that I'm not stressing or rushing or anxious throughout the day, because I used to have a really, really hard time with depression and anxiety. I still feel it. I still feel sad. I still feel depressed. I still feel anxious. But now I understand how to handle it a lot better. And it really helps not having to go to places where I don't want to be, or having to be somebody who I don't want to be, and be true to my feelings. And, no matter how society cares to look at me, I know who I am. I quite like who I am. And that's only because of me going through all these changes and shifts in my consciousness and my ways of thinking throughout these years, because I didn't feel right just being a slave to the system. I'd rather be a wandering, tea-loving hobo that's happy and can smile every day and is around the people that they love, that I love, and doing adventurous and wonderful things, than be a doctor making 6 figures, working my ass off my entire life, and only having this set blueprint of thinking that is very rigid to how I am actually designed to be, a flowing creature. We're supposed to be flowing creatures. We're not supposed to have such set structures and rigidity in our thinking mindsets in society. You know, structure is good, but like everything, it's good with a pinch of salt. Just like chaos is really good, but it's good with a pinch of salt. You know, you don't want to be all Godzilla. You know, it's just, I mean, you can, but I don't know what your goals or where you're trying to head, or where you're trying to take it to, you know. You know, I may be Godzilla sometimes. I have this very, like, weird, random, like, chaotic streak. I'll see something, like, standing up, an empty water bottle or full water bottle or something. I'll just want to knock it down. Toss something across the room. Not really caring about this anymore. But a lot of the times I don't really care to break it, you know. I don't want to try to break it. I don't want to try to just ruin this something that I feel like I still might want in my life, so that I can be happy, so that I can accentuate my happiness through it and express myself through it, so that I can take care of myself like a cup that carries life force and energy. This water, beautiful water, you know, clean water, spring water, natural spring water from one of the fewer places in the world where you can just go out in the world and, you know, fill up your water. I don't know if you've realized this, but it feels like how society is structured, that we're literally wanting to destroy our nature, the nature around us, destroy and pollute these beautiful areas, these waterways. And I know that most of you don't really want to do that. It's just how you're born and raised, and if you're born into it and, you know, you're like me and just a little peasant boy, you know, this kind of feels hard to feel like you have any power over things. You know, how can you save the stream from being polluted by the fracking? How can you save your neighborhood from being destroyed and turned into an industrial complex? You know, the abuse of authority, the abuse of power and money is atrocious nowadays. And it's going to take people coming together with this voice that grows into a roar when we do come together, because one voice is small. It's like a mouse in this world. It can grow into somewhat louder of a voice, like pop stars and stuff like that, you know, celebrities, but it's still small compared to how we can be unified, our potential of being unified, of speaking together, of not just doing these things on the side and trying to do our best in our own life, but doing them together as a community, coming together and realizing that, oh, you want this, you, and you all want this. How can we work together to make it happen? You know, it'll take a lot less work if we work together, because we'll split it between each other, and we all have specific skills and mindsets that will be better for certain things, rather than having to try to figure it all out by yourself, you know? And I know I can't do it by myself. I know I can't do everything by myself. I freaking wish I had 4 or 6 arms sometimes so I could be more progressive and do all this stuff. But we're not designed that way. We're designed to be a unified organism, not the chaotic parasite that's destroying the world today. a unified organism that feeds back into the nature and the environment that we live in. Isn't that a beautiful sight? A beautiful feeling, a beautiful envisioning. I've been holding this for so long, my mouth is getting dry. One sec. Isn't that a beautiful vision? A unified world that doesn't destroy the world? A unified people of the world that doesn't destroy what we live on. There's creation and destruction, but so much destruction, there's not enough creation, then healthy creation, then where are we going? We're just eating our own tail, and we're gonna just implode upon each other. We're gonna destroy ourselves, and I feel like we've already have in past lives and other karmic lives. So we're here to try it again. I pray we actually come together and achieve it this time. I know we can. And I know that we have the tremendous capability of being able to flip this world from destruction to cultivation and thriving, to life rather than death, to creativity rather than boxed stability and rigidity. I believe. I pray you guys believe too, and I pray you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to leave you at that. I feel like, and I pray the energy was a lot better today in today's communication and about the videos. I am working a lot better and a lot harder and a lot more disciplined at creating these videos and being a light energy for you people, because there's so much dark energy, there's so much dense energy going out on through the world that we just need light, we need love. And I feel like we all have the potential to be that light and that love within our life and our community and our families. I believe in you, and you believe in all this love and light that you see too. It's time for you to believe in yourself. And if you need help, feel free to reach out. We didn't come here alone. So it's not an embarrassment to feel like you need help. The separatism way is only an illusion. We are connected. We are one. Feel free, because energy is free. There's energy all around us, free energy all around us. Namaste, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.